So a lot of people have been having issues with their Peugeot center window switches. When I mean center window switches, probably there could be another name for it, but I mean the center window switches that is usually mounted on the driver's armrest. Okay, no, not necessarily the this place can actually serve as it's also serving as armrest, but the door mat per se. But I know in some Peugeot cars, especially the older ones, it's actually for the arm rest. That, let's just say, doormat. So depending on the whether it is right hand drive or left hand drive vehicle, is always on the driver's side. So I'm talking about this switch. So if yours is always having issues, I would suggest a few things to prevent it from failing. Since I've owned this car, in fact, since this car was produced from brand new, it has never failed. And the car is about 19 years old now. Yes, 19 years old. While some people almost every year, 2 years, they are changing theirs. So you need to find out why yours is failing, and then do everything possible for it not to fail again. One of the reasons why it's probably mine has never failed is because I'm always on AC. So I hardly touch this place. In fact, weeks or months may pass without me touching any of these switches here. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the front and the rear ones. So I'm always on AC. So if you're not operating it, why would it fail? Because it uses that reduce the lifespan. So if it's always there, why would it have to fail? Even this one, most of course, since I'm always the one driving the car, so I hardly touch or reset the mirror and all that. And meanwhile, the car has what's it called, the seat memory. So all I need to do is adjust this place to the way I want to with the mirror, or even the center mirror. I adjust it the way I want and then memorize it. Once the person memory, even if anybody really adjusts the seat, you come back or adjust the mirror or the seat, all you need to come back. If it's the memory one, you press memory one, it will return everything back to how you set it. Meaning you hardly touch it. You don't even need to be setting your mirrors every now and then, your external rear view mirrors, So that's the point one. I hardly touch this thing because I'm always on AC. Now the second suggestion is yes, I'm always on AC, but of course there are some times you come and your vehicle or my vehicle, in my case this vehicle will be parked under a sun, so I can't just come into the car when the entire interior of the car is very hot and start to put on AC and drive off without while all my windows are up. So what I usually do is, before I drive off, as you can see, I will open all the doors. You can see the weather is very sunny, very sunny. Probably maybe like 35 degrees Celsius, the temperature. So I will first open all the doors. As you can see, the whole 4 doors are open. So I've opened all the 4 doors and let fresh air come in. Whether hot fresh air or cool fresh air, doesn't matter. At least as they are coming in, they are pushing out the hot air that they are trapped inside the vehicle. So at least most times I don't wait up to 5 minutes. Just only takes a minute, 2, or maximum 3, depending on how hot, if you are in a hurry or you are not in a hurry. But like I said, just open the door, give it a minute, 2, 3 max. Start your vehicle, put on the AC. You don't shut the door without, just start your vehicle with all the doors locked. Then put on the AC. Then after a few seconds, then you can now shut the doors and then drive off. The reason why you need to switch on the AC while the doors are still open is because when you first start the car, when the blower comes up, it's going to first bring out hot air. Even when you put on AC, the air coming out will not be that cold. So after some seconds, then cool air will start coming out. So when those hot air are coming out, the doors are still open, so they will still go out. When the cold air start coming in, then you can now shut the doors. Yeah, you may still feel hot, depending. Like for example, all my interior is completely leather all around, so you may still feel hot, but it's not like you still have hot air inside the car. So in fact, within a minute or two driving off, the interior will become cold. Once you do this, you adopt this practice that I've been using for many years. This car has been with me close to 8 years now, and no issue. I've never had to touch this place or replace this switch or have any issue with this switch or whatever, for whatever reason. And none of my door windows, the motor, the one that controls move the windows up and down, have ever failed. Like I said, if you don't operate it, why would you have problems? You don't, like I said, maybe I may have a cost, like may get to a checkpoint or something, and I'll need to tell somebody something. Then I may have to, bring down the driver's window, or I may need to talk to somebody the other end. So I may have to, from here, operate this one, bring down that window, talk to whoever I need to talk to. After then, I'll pull it up again, which of course may take a month, or days or weeks before you have cost for that. So that's number 2. Number 3 is, yes, I do wash cars, but for a while now, for years now, I have somebody that wash my car for me, so, but what I don't do is to allow them to clean my interiors. For whatever reason, I don't care. I just tell them, hey, wash the outside. If you're always on AC, your interior will always be very, very clean. Don't need to worry about cleaning your interior. Yeah, your dormer, once in a while, you may have to bring it out and wash it and put it back. But other than that, it stays very clean. Even when you come in and miss some dust on the dashboard or something, all you need is just dry cloth, wipe it off and go, and it stays off. So I don't allow anybody to wash my interior for me, wash or clean, whatever it is. Because what I have observed is people just take their car to car wash and then, leave everything for the person and walk away. And these guys don't care. Not knowing that, in fact, it's not like they don't know. That I don't even understand why they know all this thing and still do it. This is an electronics. See, you see them pouring water. They will use the rag they use in washing cars, soak it well with water and be rubbing on this thing. Yet all these things have so many ICs or diodes inside. They will sink in, go in there and go and mess up this. So I keep wondering, I do see them and I wonder, where is the owner of this car? Because you can't go and tell somebody it's not your vehicle. You start to educate them on what that is none of your business. So this is where I blame the owners. Even if you need to wash your interior, you can give instruction, do not touch this space or don't use any waste on. Then in my case, I don't do that. Every once in my own, maybe after like a month, I may need to just use weight something, clean up dirt or whatever. And then if I need to polish the leather, I'll polish it all by myself. Now, if you think you are too busy to be doing that kind of work, at least supervise it, pay attention, give instructions where not to touch. So sometimes you see people, even I've had cases where people will bring their cars, or I have to go to car wash because people take their Peugeot cars for wash, and they end up spraying water inside the dashboard, which should not enter the BSI unit and render the car immobilized. Damage the BSI unit, and the car will no longer start. Most time they will end up spending close to 60, 70 or 100 and something thousand to get the car to start, simply because somebody or the owner is busy doing big man. Yeah, this is your vehicle. You are too big to, even if you can't wash your car, to supervise the washing, to prevent that person from messing up your car. You are too big for that. Until your car strands you there, then you understand. understand? So that's the suggestion 3. Do not let people use this. Is an electronics. Water will mess it up if you touch it. Same goes if it's raining. Even if, of course, sometimes it's raining and you know that for you to come out, you have to open the door. Yes, the water will touch it, but if it's just the small rain, you have to come out immediately and shut the door. It's not that you're going to cause that harm. You know, so you have to be quick, open the door and close it. Yeah, water will just sprinkle here a little, then you can only later wipe it up. But once you give all those car washer, sometimes they will use that their big nozzle water spraying and blow water on it. So why won't it fail? It's an electronics. Okay, for example, can you tell me you just take your phone and be spraying water on it and tell me your phone will still work well? Unless they specifically made that phone is water resistant, no matter how you do it, water will never penetrate. Or you take your computer or your laptop and be spraying water on it and tell me nothing will happen to it. It's something with this, an electronics. So these are the most 3 reasons why I think which I have adopted. It's not more like an approach or method I've adopted, right, to prevent this thing from failing. Don't tell me, oh, but why Peugeot? Trust me, go and check other vehicles. They also have issues with this. If you think no, it's only Peugeot that's having issue with this one, you are mistaken. Go and check other people that drive other cars. You see them always going off and on replacing this. In fact, there's a brand of car now, one of the Japanese cars, that they steal this thing like I don't even know. A person will break into your car. The first thing is he or she will steal is this. What does that tell you? That the demand is very high, meaning that it fails every now and then. So that's why they are stealing it. So don't tell me it's always a Peugeot thing. It's not. So I just hope you guys can this video will make sense to you and you prevent this thing from, you know, messing or failing all the time. This cut across many Peugeot models. It's not just Peugeot 406. In fact, the worst of them is even Peugeot 607, because if that one fails, nothing else will work. Your central remote will not work. Your remote control, the doors, so many things will not work once this thing stops working. Likewise, 307 users, 407 users, I'm talking about the models that do have this issue all the time. Of course, eventually, maybe it will fail naturally or with time. Nothing lasts forever. But if mine can last up to 20 years without ever coughing, without ever showing any signs, without even giving any warning, or making, giving an intermittent fault at some point. So if it can last up to 20 years or over 200,000 kilometers, then it should last in yours too. It's not like, of course, I know electrical abuse can also mess it up, but notwithstanding, most of the times it's the things that people do on their Peugeot car that is messing up their Peugeot car, not things they don't do. So, of course, another fourth suggestion is don't abuse your wiring system, because some of these things, I've had one case where I don't even know what that guy did. They went and bypassed something, connected wire here, to the point that the car, at some point, refused to start. Until they realized that it was the connection they did here that was affecting the vehicle. In fact, about 3 people were there that day when I was doing the diagnosis. I kept wondering, how could somebody go and drop current to this place, for what reason? To the point that it started affecting the engine ECU. I mean, Nigerians, what we did. Oh. Okay, so I think I've said enough. So these are the 4 reasons or 4 ways you can prevent the center door window control from failing in your Peugeot vehicle. You may have other ways to do that or stuff like that. You could add in the comment section, or you could suggest. But these are the ones I know, and they have been serving me for years, not just on this one. So thanks for watching.